Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm Kevin with Robertson's Power and Sports. I know it's been a little while since I've done a Snowcheck update video, and I do apologize for that. It's been absolutely crazy at the shop, as you can imagine. Up here in Maine, we finally got some good rideable snow. Snow checks are rolling in. So, bunch of stuff going on, and guilty as charged. I hopped out of the store for a little while and did some riding myself. So, with all that going on, and just coupled with not a ton of information coming from the manufacturers, that's why I haven't done a video. So today I got some information from BRP that I want to pass along to you. But before we get into the BRP stuff, I want to talk about Polaris for a minute. And unfortunately, at least here at Robertson's, some of the snow checks have gotten pushed back until March. And I understand that this is not ideal. It's frustrating. We've reached out to all the customers, and one thing I want to say is we have some of the best customers out there. They were understanding. I understand that, they're probably not the happiest with that information, but they're understanding and they realize that it's not anything that Robertson's can do. It's just what we're dealing with in the world today, and we've talked about that at length. No reason to get into that tonight, but in all honesty, though, thank you so much for your patience and your understanding and not losing confidence in us, the dealer. We're doing our absolute best. And once your snow check does arrive, we're going to do our best to get this thing assembled as quickly as we can and get you out on the snow. So just know that. And like I said, thank you very much for your understanding. We greatly appreciate that. It makes our lives a lot easier and a lot less stressful. So thank you very much. Another thing with Polaris I want to say is they are shipping some machines with some very minor damage to them, and this is just to be able to keep the flow going and get some product out to you. And when I say minor, I mean extremely, extremely minor. When the machine is shipped from Polaris, they've already done a case on it. They know exactly where the damage is. So your dealer will call you and inform you that, hey, there's some damage to your sled. This is what it is. Maybe they'll send you a picture of it. In the case with us, we ran into this. There was a very, very small scratch in a decal. We talked to the customer about it, and they had the option to either repair that or, get a credit from Polaris. And I think the credit was like $250, and the customer chose to grab that credit instead of replacing the panel, because like I said, it's very, very minor. The first time you go through a tight section of trail and a tree or something brushes up against it, you're going to have more damage than what I saw on this machine. So again, very, very minor stuff, but that decision is going to be up to you, whether you choose to A, fix it, or B, take the credit. So that about wraps it up with Polaris stuff right now. Let's hop into the Skidoo side of things. Fortunately for us, we're not waiting on many more Skidoos to come in, but we are waiting on a lot of components, as many of you probably are at this point. So let's talk about the delayed components. Today is February 2nd. This is the most up-to-date information that I have for you regarding delayed components and estimated times. Keep in mind, these times are estimated. Don't hold me to this. Please don't shoot the messenger if it doesn't come in. I'm just passing it along to you. So let's start off with computers and gauges, ECUs in particular. At this point, really shouldn't be waiting on many of those, maybe a couple stragglers out there, but it appears to be that the ECU and gauges, they're pretty much caught up with those. So really not much more of an issue with that. Skis, I have heard about people talking about, just waiting for a set of skis for a Mach Z or a Renegade. They're hoping to have all those shipped out between January 30th and February 5th. So again, today being February 2nd, we're not too far away from February 5th, so hopefully that all stays on track. Another delayed component that has popped up since the last time we chatted was the joystick for any of you that are running the premium gauge. That little joystick on the left-hand side looks like a big knob that helps control the gauge. That is now a delayed component, and a good portion of those should be delivered between January 30th and February 5th, with the balance being delivered between February 6th and February 12th. Another thing that I will talk about is the air control suspension or air ride suspension on some Enduro models and some Grand Touring models. The air shock is not going to be shipped with the sled, so you're just going to have a standard shock in there, and then at some point we will get shipped the air shock and we'll get that installed for you at the dealer. So you'll still be able to ride this sled. You're just not going to have that air control suspension in there until at this point, I would say after the season, when we get those air shocks in from BRP. Moving along, speaking of shocks, the smart shocks for the Mach Z and the Renegades, they're hoping to have all shocks delivered between February 6th and February 12th. And last but certainly not least is the ITC, or the Intelligent Throttle Control. Majority of this stuff should be shipped out between February 6th and February 12th, with the remainder being February 13th through February 19th. So out of all those components, the throttles are the ones that have a little bit of more of a delay on them compared to the other ones. Everything else seems to be on time or on plan, according to BRP. So that about wraps it up for BRP stuff, and I think this is going to be the last Snowcheck update video of the year, based with everything that's going on. I think we're pretty close to being at the end of all of this, for us anyways. So it's been fun doing this, and I'll take you back. And what started it all was I hopped on a webcast with BRP. I remember it was a Wednesday back in October. Got some information, really good information from them. And I happened to be on the showroom floor that Friday afternoon, putting some accessories out and some clothing, getting ready for the season. I probably had 3 or 4 customers come in that afternoon asking about Snowchecks and if there was going to be any delays, and when they could expect to see their snowmobiles. And I just kind of thought to myself, hey, might as well put a video out for our customers. That way everybody's getting my word at one time. And I never expected it to do what it did. And, I got into the shop early that Saturday morning, put a video out there, and the reach that it had, I was blown away by. And it's all because of you. You're the ones that shared it, commented on it, and it just kind of took off. And after that, I said, wow, it's pretty cool to see that a small dealer in Southern Maine could have that type of reach to people. And since then, we've been able to do a bunch more videos, and I hope we've been able to help people out in giving them good information that we're getting from the manufacturer. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's commented on our stuff, shared our stuff, the messages, the emails, the phone calls. We've had phone calls from all over the United States, up into Canada. Some of them just calling to say, hey, thank you for putting that information out there. So it's been pretty cool to see that, go snowmobiling. And I was just at a place up in Moosehead area, and ran into somebody that happened to see my video, and they came up and said, hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate all the videos that you've done, and it's been able to give me some good information. So all that stuff has been really cool. It's been really neat to see all that, and I'm glad that, or I hope that information that we put out there, even though it's not the information that you're looking for as far as good information, or good news, I should say, it was something. And I think something sometimes is better than nothing, and you weren't left in the dark, and we were trying to be as transparent as possible. And that's why I went ahead and did these videos. And like I said, we've helped people all across the country. I've had people from the Pacific Northwest reach out thanking me. Some of these people would never be our customers because of logistics reasons. And they didn't have to reach out and say thank you, but they did, and that really means a lot to us. It really does. So, like I said, I hope we were able to help. Don't take this the wrong way, but hopefully next year we don't have to do these Snowcheck update videos, although I've had a blast doing them, and a lot of people have come into the store and stopped by just to say hi, to say thank you. And like I said, it's been pretty neat, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So, but next year, hopefully we don't have to do this. But if there is any type of disturbance in deliveries and components and all this stuff that we're dealing with this year, be sure you can reach out, or basically know that I will put out some sort of content next year. So, but with that being said, if you ever have any questions on anything power sports, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll try to do the best I can. Many people have messaged asking questions Some of the stuff isn't even related to Snowcheck, just general questions. And if I can help you out, I'd be more than happy to. So you can either drop a comment below, reach out to us on Facebook, or you go onto our website, robertsonspower.com. You can contact me through there as well. So please don't hesitate to reach out. If I can help anyone, I definitely would like to be able to do that for you. So I'm going to leave you with this 2023 Snowcheck. From all indications, people that I've talked to, if you are thinking about Snowchecking a 2023, and I know that some of you are cringing when you hear me say that because you haven't received your 2022 yet. I understand it's frustrating. But if you are thinking about a 2023, my suggestion to you is do not wait to snow check your snowmobile. Make sure you order it. You know, I've even heard people say the day that they get released or the day after they get released, order it. Don't wait. It sounds like the allocations for dealers are going to be even smaller. And the reason why they're going to do this is to make sure that they don't end up in the same boat as they did this year with not being able to produce everything in a timely manner. So that's my bit of advice for you tonight. Just don't wait. And for our customers, Robertson's Power and Sports, the release is February 14th, and we're going to start taking snow checks the very following day, February 15th. Normally we have what they call a club meeting, and we're out usually someplace warm, and we have this big meeting, in-person meeting. We'll be able to see all the vehicles and talk to, the executives there, and we get to talk to some of the engineers, and it's a really cool show. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that since the last show I went to was in 2020, right before COVID really hit. So we do everything virtually now. And so what ends up happening is they do this release in the middle of the day, and as we're trying to absorb all the information coming in, people are excited to snow check. So they're calling the store, they're stopping by the store, and I'm just trying to that day absorb all the information to be able to answer all your questions to the best of my abilities. So that's why this year I'm going to start taking snow checks the very following day. Give me that afternoon to be able to get all the information that I can, jump onto as many online seminars that I can to be able to answer all those questions, reach out to people if I have questions. That way there, when you call or stop by, you don't get the deer in the headlights look and say, yeah, I don't know, I haven't had a chance to look at it. That's not what you want to hear. So that's what I'm going to do this year. I hope everybody understands that, and the thought behind that is to be able to give you the best information that I can, and not just a shoot from the hip type of answer. So that's why we're doing that. Again, I hope you understand that. But I think 2023, there's a lot of speculation rolling around, like what's going to happen. Is there a Gen 5 coming? Is there new models coming? Everybody's excited. From what people that I've talked to, they're excited. They're looking forward to it. So be on the lookout. Like I said, February 14th is going to be the reveal. I'm thinking that it's going to be a good one. So fingers crossed on that. In the meantime, like I said, thank you so much for everybody, for the likes, the shares, the comments, the phone calls, the emails. All that stuff has been really good. I really appreciate all the support. Don't hesitate. Stop by, call me. If you see me out on the trail or something like that, stop and say hi. I really enjoy talking power sports with just about anyone. So look forward to seeing everybody out there. And if anything, any type of information, groundbreaking information comes out regarding any of the delayed components, I definitely will hop on and pass that information along to you. So that about wraps it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope I was able to help you, and I hope you were able to get out on your sled pretty soon and enjoy what's left of the season. Hopefully it's a long one. We get a bunch of snow, and this goes late into spring so everybody can enjoy their new snowmobiles. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Enjoy your snowmobile season. We'll talk soon.